All right, guys, we got two more topics to get to. We're going to talk about Jarrett Allen's historic game in a second. Before that, a reminder, the Charger back home this weekend. They're home on Friday and Saturday against the Greensboro Swarm. They have giveaways on both nights. Saturday is their Special Olympics night. We'll be playing in special polar plunge-themed jerseys. First, 1,500 fans receive a Charge blanket. On Friday, you get a Charge beanie. Tickets are on sale for both games at clevelandcharge.com. If you missed it because you were sleeping for a 9 o'clock tip against the Portland Trailblazers last night, Jarrett Allen did something that has happened very, 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 very few times in the history of the NBA. He scored 40 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 blocks in 29 minutes and 30 seconds of playing time. He's the first player in NBA history ever with 40, 15, and 5 in fewer than 30 minutes played. Jason Lloyd.
Oh, Lord.
Look, why you
It was an incredible performance. The best of his career. Undoubtedly the best of his career last night. And it seems that he plays his best when Evan Mobley is not alongside him on the court. He plays more aggressive. He plays more assertive. He plays like he knows he has to be a bigger part of the offense. So first, what'd you make of Jarrett's game last night? And part two, how do we get this on a more consistent basis?
I thought he was terrific. He was phenomenal. Doesn't mean you're going to get that every night. And that's what I think people need to understand. It's like, where's this been? Well, where's this been? This has been buried under Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley and Darius when he's healthy, and this isn't his role. He's not. It's great that he can give this to you on occasion, but to expect something even remotely close, I mean, that's a Jokic game.
Yeah.
Jarrett's not Jokic. And that's not to discredit him. Like, he's improved his game. He's a wonderful player for the role that he serves on this team. He's great defensively. He's added a couple more moves to not just having to catch rebounds and dunk putbacks and rim run and stuff like that. But to expect anything remotely close to this on every single night, I think is a little bit foolish. So just celebrate it for what it was. It was a phenomenal night. It was a career night. He abused Portland, and congratulations to him for it. But to expect that every single night, I mean, how many years has he been here? That's who he is. Not one game in Portland on a random Sunday night in February.
Yeah, great game by you. Listen, this is a career. First of all, I ain't never seen you get 23 shots. Never. Like, there's whole weeks he don't get 23 shots.
Usually you got to shoot threes if you're going to score 40 points.
Yeah,
to score 40 points.
8 dunks?
To score 40 points on 16 made field goals.
It's
hard to do.
Yeah.
He gives you. There was a game I think he played the Washington, the Wizards. He played against the Wizards one game, and I think he had that. He gives you these games every couple months where he explodes and gives you like 25 and 20 rebounds. That's, like Jason said, that's not his game. And the problem has always been with Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. It's all about investment. Like, the Cavs have invested in Evan Mobley being the guy, and they've invested in him expanding his offensive game. So with that expansion comes less opportunities for Jarrett Allen. They don't ask him to do none of this. Like, to be truthful, you see Jalen Tyson and Donovan Mitchell running more two-man now, and those guys are having the ball more. So, you know, we talk about with Jarrett Allen, and sometimes we give him a lot of grief for it, and sometimes it's rightfully so. But when you have two bigs, and those bigs are worried about spacing and figuring things out, and one of the bigs in Jarrett Allen doesn't have any, he's the fourth or fifth option. Anytime he's on the floor, he's the fourth or fifth option. It don't even matter. Guys off the bench come off and get a higher degree of, plays and things run for him than he does. So, it's a great game, but this ain't, if you thinking that this is what it is and this is going to be how Jarrett Allen is going to get down, you are sadly mistaken. That's not his game, but salute to him, 40 and 17. What I am excited about is he realized, okay, the game I played against the Suns the other day, that wasn't going to get it done. And they came out, and the thing that I do like is the Cavs, they have been playing better, and they got punished against the Suns at Phoenix. And in this case, I'm glad that they came back and was able to beat the Blazers to kind of stop the whole bleeding thing where you want to put, hey, it's just like baseball sometimes. Hey, I want to win 3 out of 4. I want to win a series. I want to tread water on the road. So good win with the Blazers, but He ain't about to do this every week. That's not a thing.
Can we put that graphic up again from the Cavs, the tweet? I didn't realize that it was a one-of-one game. That line has never, ever been done. Ever.
Hey,
Ever.
Salute. And we got some ball players. I feel like LeBron just got I feel like he has every single
it's
record.
Not just Cavs. This is ever in the NBA.
So in the end,
ever history of the league. Never
this is a one-of-one game. That line has never before been turned in by an NBA player. So
that seems crazy.
I did not watch the game. I watched the YouTube melt this morning, and it was even more eye-popping in that short setting because it's rapid fire. You know, they just give you the points, and I'm watching this, and I hadn't even looked to see what his line was. I just saw that the Cavs had won. Then I opened up the melt and I started watching it, and about halfway through it, I'm like, what the hell is Jarrett Allen doing here? This guy, I don't know who that is.
He was just taking off.
Evan Mobley is out of the picture, and Jarrett Allen turns into Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I couldn't believe what I was looking at, guys. I could not believe what I was looking at. And it's one part frustrating, one part confusing, but I'm with you, Jay. Here's what I know. We've seen him play several hundred games in a Cavaliers uniform.
True.
We've seen this once. You've mentioned he's had big games before.
But it'd be like 20 and 15.
But last night was just different.
20 and 15.
So what I didn't listen to the post game, so I'm wondering, did somebody ask him, what the hell did you eat for breakfast? What was said to you? Was something said to you by a loved one, a friend?
He said a loved one.
You know how sometimes they can tell you,
he said a loved one.
Bro, I'm watching you and you're not looking like you. It doesn't always have to come from a teammate or a coach. Like, it could come from your mom. Your mom might be calling saying, Jay,
you're looking bad.
You're looking awful and you're embarrassing my name. If you're going to keep playing like that, take my last name off your jersey.
Oh, that's terrible.
Somebody said something. Something happened where he got struck by a Shazam bolt of lightning, and he turned into a superhero. But we cannot expect that but once a career from this guy.
McNuggets.
He was awesome last night. Two things.
Unbelievable.
Two things. No, he was awesome. You get 40 points as a non-3-point shooter by doing all the little things right.
Yeah.
He ran the floor. Got a couple of easy buckets in transition because he busted his ass down the court, got the ball, and the guards were looking for
So hustle was different.
He runs the court a lot, but they were.
I thought his hustle last night was different.
He had 6 offensive rebounds last night. Was crashing the glass. The second most offensive rebounds he's had in any game this season. Wow. 17 total rebounds, most he's had in a game this season. 6 offensive rebounds, the second most he had. He was efficient, and he was attacking. And there was a couple plays where he caught the ball above the arc and said,
and found his way to the basket.
Donovan Clingan can't stop me. I'm going.
Yeah.
So Chris Fedor, who travels with the teams, the one Cavs beat reporter was there, wrote a whole article on him this morning, and he had an incredible tidbit from that I want to tell you guys about.
Oh, good.
So Kenny called an ATO, called timeout when the lead got cut from 24 to 10.
Yeah.
Drew up a play where it was supposed to be a Jarrett Allen handoff to Sam Merrill, little flip action for a Merrill 3. Tyrese Proctor was the inbounder. Now, according to Chris Fedor's article, Jarrett Allen went over to Tyrese Proctor and said, when you pass it to me, I'm not passing the ball to Sam. I'm going. Donovan Mitchell was asked about it. And by the way,
turned into Michael Jordan.
By the way,
he did not
give it to Sam Merrill. He faked the handoff, drove, got fouled, made both free throws. Donovan Mitchell was asked about it afterwards and said, it's the first time in the entirety of the time I've known Jarrett Allen where he has not run a play exactly how it was asked. Kenny Atkinson even said, Jarrett's the one guy I never have to worry about blowing off an ATO. He gets one. He got it, and it worked. I don't know what got into him, but I saw this tweet that I have to reference. This is what Twitter, when Twitter is good. But Steve, you could take tagboard full here, please, and if you could mention it. But Chase tweeted Jarrett Allen when the city has cat cafes, art museums that are open late, and it's a Hakeem Olajuwon, and I'm not sure why it's not playing right now.
But I already see Hakeem on the block. I already know what's coming.
The dream shake.
The shake is coming. I already know it. Hey, you know what's so crazy? I'm sitting there the whole time you've been saying that. I've been thinking about the names of players that should have had that stat line, and I'm trying to go back and be like, no, you missed this guy. Like that stat line right there.
Unreal.
It's a Jokic line, but apparently
It's a
Jokic
Joker line.
Yeah.
It's a Giannis prime line.
Yeah.
How was that not a Giannis? Like, or how is that not a Hakeem?
Well, when Wilt Chamberlain was
Wilt.
eating stats, how did he not do
50
this?
rebounds.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when he was eating stats, how did he not do that?
That looked like a Charles Barkley stat line.
It's the blocks and the steals which makes it
Right, that's what makes it difficult. I mean, it's got to be a deep all-around game where you're just.
I would think Olajuwon or Giannis did it, or I mean, LeBron used to get 2 chase downs a game.
Right.
I'm trying to think. Like there had to be.
Maybe
dudes.
he wants to be traded to Portland. He likes the
man.
cafes and the.
It's a great and Chase is a Cleveland guy. I don't know
that's
who
a
he
crazy
is, but
tweet.
he
No,
tweets
it's
out the
very
cat.
funny though. It's
Very
funny
good
tweet.
use of Twitter. But the Jarrett Allen thing, the one thing I want to mention, because it's not realistic every night. He's not a 40-point per game scorer. He's better than we get a lot of nights, and that's kind of what makes the Jarrett Allen experience frustrating. Is he has more in him than we see on the offensive end of the court. But the one person who can change the Jarrett Allen narrative is Jarrett Allen, because there is some sort of mindset he goes into with games where Evan Mobley is not playing, that he knows he has to be more aggressive. And this season, he's averaging 27 minutes per game. 15 of those minutes come alongside Evan Mobley. He plays about 12 to 13 minutes
and
a
that's
night,
tough.
where he's not playing alongside another big. But you don't see that kind of Jarrett Allen in those 12, 13-minute stretches. It's something up here. It's something up there, and the Cavs got to find a way to at least instill that mentality, even in the short stretches he's playing as the lone big on the court, where they can utilize him as more of an offensive threat because he has the ability to be more than a 14-point per game
But can he be
scorer.
that useful with Evan on the court? That's the question.
That's a spacing issue.
And what I was
Spacing
watching, what jumped out to me as I was watching it kind of in fast forward as you're seeing all these buckets, at some point I'm like, I don't recognize this confidence.
No.
He was driving to the lane like he was Dr. J.
Like
nobody's going to stop me. For a minute there, I thought I was looking at LeBron versus the Pistons in the playoffs when he ripped off 25 straight points. Is anybody else even needed tonight?
It seems like sometimes I call them double defer. Like when Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen is playing together, at all times they are deferring to 5 other people.
Yeah,
I never ever think about it. If you see Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen is going to defer to Evan Mobley. I haven't even seen Jarrett Allen play aggressively with but at the same time, even though Evan Mobley's on the floor, Evan Mobley's still diverting. So you get these spaces and gaps where it's just we got Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen on the floor, and neither one of them is being aggressive, especially when it comes to the second half.
Right.
They'll go whole quarters where they don't either touch the ball or they're not aggressive, and it becomes a Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland. We don't just shoot threes, which is slightly frustrating because I don't know, maybe they should run more things from them. I get why sometimes it's a big.
There's only so much oxygen in the room.
Right.
If this team is
There's one basketball.
as they're, and again, I mean, we got a few days left. A lot of this could change, but as they're presently constructed, he's 4th on the food chain, and I don't see that. It's not going to change
ever.
Especially when you don't play with the ball in your hands. And
He
you
does,
rely
for the
on,
moment, become slightly more attractive on the trade market.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
This.
Hey, there's teams watching that last night going, well, we don't have 2 dominant ball.
Yeah,
dominant
he can
guys,
do that in our offense every night.
That was a good time for that game. There's no question about that. So, and again, look who he was starting with last night. Who was in the lineup? It was Merrill, Jalen Tyson. Who else? Who started last night?
It was Wade and Mitchell.
Wade.
Oh yeah, listen. With that lineup,
So you've got opportunities.
It's like 3 guys on the floor.
I'm pulling.
Yeah.
He's like,
He picked the spot. He picked it correctly.
Yeah.
Two last things real
Against
quick,
a
then we got
bad
to
team.
move on.
Yeah.
Right.
The Cavs, that tweet we showed you, they just erased it.
So it's had to have been done before.
It has.
Right?
Listen to the list of
Wait, they
players.
just
that he
now
joined.
erased it?
They literally just erased it. Yeah. And they put a clarification. It's the 5th time that stat line's ever happened.
Okay.
I was sitting there thinking, I said, come on now.
Are you
Listen,
ready
that's
for the
why I
names?
asked to see it again. I'm like, that can't be
Did
done.
I
Are you ready
guess
for
some of the
Of
names?
the other 4 players.
All right.
I bet Kareem did it.
Kareem is one of them.
Jokic,
I bet Wilt did it.
Nope.
No Wilt.
No Wilt.
LeBron and
Hakeem.
Nope. No Keem. No LeBron. It's
Yep.
all centers.
Jokic.
Nope. It's 40 points, 17 boards, 5 assists, 4 blocks, and 2 steals.
David Robinson.
It is Kareem,
Embiid?
Shaq, Embiid,
Jack.
a guy I've never heard of, Joe Baby Carroll,
He way back.
Yeah.
I think the New Jersey Nets.
and Jarrett Allen. That is the 5
That's still,
guys
man.
who've ever done that.
That's
Still
crazy.
an incredible list. And the other thing,
Shaq. Ooh.
I want to read
Joe Barry Carroll just said, "Hold my beer."
Hold my
I
beer.
want- I
now
wanna
he's got
read-
company in that.
to put a punctuation mark on this topic. I want to read you one paragraph and one quote from Chris Fedor's article.
Okay.
Cleveland.com. The Allen-centric celebration continued after the final buzzer with 3 water dumpings, 2 on the court during his post-game walk-off, and then again in the locker room, as a member of the video staff quickly transposed Allen's smiling face on the famous Wilt Chamberlain photo of him holding up the 100-point paper.
That's funny.
Allen said, and I quote, "Appreciate y'all fellas. I don't score for myself, but tonight, it was my effing night." From Jarrett Allen, the man who never says anything controversial whatsoever, who's
Yeah.
the most humble guy.
Go for
Put a
self.
stamp on it with "It's a my bleeping night."